And welcome back to New York Sports WickerMedia. I'm Watts2K99. Thank you, as always, for taking the time to watch these videos. I got to be honest, this is my second time doing a recording of this because I realized my microphone didn't work after I basically went off for 15, 16 minutes about this team. So now I get to do it again, and my voice feels about shot. But now that this game has gone final, week one is in the books. There's so much to say about this game, but I'm going to try to blanket it with one statement. I'm going to do it like this. In this game between the New York Jets and the San Francisco 49ers, I thought the San Francisco coaching staff of Kyle Shanahan, Chris Forrester, and Nick Sorensen absolutely out-strategized, outclassed, and outcoached the Jets coaching staff of Robert Saleh, Nathaniel Hackett, and Jeff Ulbrich. This was a travesty what we watched. And I know a lot of us expected the Jets to lose this game. It was a very difficult situation. We knew this would probably be the toughest opponent the Jets would have all year. You know, Monday night on the road, NFC champions, a team that's been very good for a while, that knows how to win, knows its identity. But to get absolutely manhandled like they did for the better part of 3 quarters was despicable. Absolutely despicable. We get the news an hour before kickoff or so that Christian McCaffrey would not play. The best running back in the NFL would be inactive for the game, and they would be starting Jordan Mason, who nobody outside of his own family had ever heard of before tonight. And the Jets made him look like Barry Sanders, Walter Payton, Emmitt Smith, and Red Grange all rolled into one tonight. What was that? Jordan Mason? But we should have known early on what this was going to be. First drive of the game. From the first drive of the game, third down, Aaron Rodgers throws a pass to Allen Lazard. Aren't you happy to have him back? Another $10 million on the books for this year. And I love Joe Douglas. I've been the biggest Joe Douglas defender, but he gave Lazard the biggest contract of any receiver 2 off seasons ago. Holy hell. He is barely worthy of a UFL contract. And I don't want to hear that he had 2 touchdowns later on in the game. Oh my gosh. The lows he gives are just rock bottom. They make me long for the days of Robbie Anderson and Jermaine Kearse and Rashad Perriman. Oh, my God. But that drop, ball hits him in both hands. Jets got a punt. Now, on the next drive, pretty encouraging. Niners have the ball, and the Jets, I know this actually happened. I know it's very hard to remember, but the Jets actually forced, if you can believe it, a 3-and-out. It actually happened. Quinn Williams playing on the outside gets pressure on Colt McKivitz, hits Purdy, and it's the only punt that the Niners would have all game. 8 more possessions for the Niners after that drive, and they scored on every freaking one of them. 8 scoring drives out of 9? That's an NFL defense, let alone a top 5 defense. Unbelievable. There were some moments. Quincy Williams with a great pass breakup. There were a few moments, but, you know, first quarter was okay, right? Aaron Rodgers, the one drive that he had, and again, good protection, just to me, outside of Garrett and Breece Hall, what does he have to work with? Mike Williams was barely noticeable. Malachi Corley was invisible. Tyler Conklin proving again a pedestrian tight end at best. I have tried to believe in him. I was thinking Aaron Rodgers could elevate his game. Conklin will have like 2-3 receptions that you'll barely remember in the game. He never impacts a game. Never, ever. Jeremy Ruckert, still waiting on the breakout season from the Long Island kid? Still waiting? How much longer are we going to wait? I'm actually waiting for Kenny Yeboah to get back. Who knows? He might be the best one of the bunch. Might be. But that one touchdown drive was just absolutely beautiful. 7 minutes and 7 seconds, by the way. Longer than any drive the Jets offense had in all of 2023. That is hysterical and disgusting at the same time. But Breece Hall scores the touchdown. Jets have a 7-3 lead. And as we go through this, I'm going to give you my 3 key plays you may not remember that affected the outcome of the game. So on the next drive was the first one. So it's a 3rd and 5 for the Niners at the Jets 48, 148 to go in the first quarter. And on 3rd down, the blitz doesn't get home, and it's a first down to Brandon Ayuk. And then the drive kept going. Jets were up 7-3 at this point. Hard to believe they led, but they did. And if they forced the Niners to punt in that spot, hey, Jets could even take a 14-3 lead. Who knows what happens? But the Niners drive down the field, kick a field goal. Yeah, Jake Moody was automatic. Kickers were like automatic, it felt like, for most of the weekend. Man alive. Pretty much automatic. But then comes play number 2 on the Jets' next drive. 3rd down, Nick Bosa beats Tyron Smith on 3rd down. Smith takes a penalty on the play, and the drive basically dies on a 3rd and 5 from the 35-yard line. And pretty much at that point, the Niners started running and running and running and running, and the Jets could not do one damn thing about it. The Jets really dressed 3 defensive tackles. I don't know what the coaching staff was thinking, but just Quentin Williams, Solomon Thomas, and Javon Kinlaw. By the way, Javon Kinlaw, those 30 extra pounds of muscle that you put on, where were they? Apparently they didn't function in a football straight. Now, did they, Javon? Against your old team, the team that cut your ass? Now I know why. Where were you? But the Jets are missing tackles, especially when C.J. Mosley went out of the game for a little bit. Man, oh man. And I just couldn't believe it. I was watching this first half. Dominique Pooney blowing up Michael Clemens. And by the way, have we seen enough of Michael Clemens yet? Are we done with this guy? I'm tired of the washboard abs. I'm tired of the barbed wire wrap baseball bat. I'm tired of the James Earl Jones bass voice. Rest in peace, J.E.J. Godspeed to you. I'm tired of this guy. He does nothing on the field. He's all flash, no cash. It makes me sick to say it about Deion Dawkins because I can't stand him, but he was exactly right. Michael Clemens ain't nothing. Nothing. So at the end of the first half, I was feeling sick at the end of the first half. I'm just going to give you a couple of stats that just kind of show where this game was going. At the end of the first half, first downs, Jets had 5, Niners had 12. Total yards, Jets had 84, Niners had 210. Rushing yards, Jets with 25, Niners with 104. 4 times as many. Time of possession, Niners 18-16, Jets 11-44. Second quarter yards alone, the Niners with 158 and the Jets with 5. This is the same freaking offense we watched last year. 5 yards in a quarter because they never had the damn ball. And the defensive line, what happened to this defense? 3 pressures on 16 dropbacks on Brock Purdy against the Niners offensive line that, I'm sorry, outside of Trent Williams ain't that good. Colt McKivitz, Aaron Banks, Jake Brendel, a 3rd-round rookie, and Dominique Pooney. Are we kidding? Jermaine Johnson, I didn't notice him till the 3rd quarter. Will McDonald, was he in the game? Did I miss something? I felt absolutely sick going into halftime. And by the way, at the bar, I'm with 3 Jet fans. Behind us are about 7 or 8 49ers fans. Every big Niners play, they're saying, bang, bang, Niners gang, bang, bang, Niners gang, bang, 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 bang. All this bang, bang bullshit. So much bang, bang. I thought I was listening to B-52s. I thought I was listening to Love Shack. Bang, bang, on the door, baby. Bang, bang, on the door, baby. Bang this. Oh, my God. Then the 3rd quarter starts. The Niners have the ball, and it's one of those moments where they better have made some adjustments during halftime. This defense needs to make a stop quickly. And this is basically, I'm going to combine 2 plays into my 3rd play. You may not remember. 2 third downs. On a 3rd and 4, a 5-yard pass to Juwan Jennings where he got hurt. That's where he got tackled and hurt his ankle and went out of the game. And then a 3rd and 2, you knew they were going to hand the ball off to Jordan Mason. So did the Jets. Didn't matter. He got 8 yards like there wasn't even a defense on the other freaking side of him. And then the play after that was a 34-yard pass to the freaking fullback, to Kyle Juszczyk. You're allowing 34-yard passes to a fullback? Are you kidding me? This is a top 5 defense. And again, it goes back to coaching. One of the best offensive coaches in football against a defensive coordinator who hasn't proven yet he has any idea what he's doing as a head coach. He can talk all he wants. He can run all the steps he wants. But what confidence can any of us have that Robert Saleh is the one who is going to take us where we ultimately want to go? That may not even be to a Super Bowl anymore, because I don't know if I'm ever going to see one as long as I live. I'm just talking about relevance. Can the Jets ever even be relevant again in my lifetime? Can the Jets even get to week 15 when I can go to the playoff scenario generator, plug them in, and come up with a realistic way when they can actually make the playoffs again? In a league where almost half the teams make it? Is that asking too much? And there's no point in using another play from after that first drive of the second half, because after that, you knew this team was toast. Toast. And again, I can't get over 8 scoring drives in a row by San Francisco. They beat the Jets down physically, mentally, wore their asses out. On national TV, the Jets proved they are not there. They are no championship contender. They may not even be a playoff contender. And I know it's one game. And we knew this was going to be about the toughest matchup they would have all year. But I at least expected competitiveness. I didn't expect them to be completely unable to adjust. Just sick. I'm going to give you 3 numbers that jump out to me that kind of sum this game up. Jordan Mason, 28 rushes, 147 yards. Monday Night Mason, FU. Rushing yards, Niners, 181, the Jets, 68. This is an offensive line that's supposed to be better at run blocking than pass blocking. AVT, John Simpson, where were you? Time of possession, Niners, 38 minutes, 15 seconds. The Jets, 21 minutes and 20 seconds. Almost 2/3 of the clock. Almost 2/3 of the clock. And here's the thing, 3 games in 11 days. I know the upcoming schedule does not look threatening. Tennessee, New England, Denver, Minnesota. I know those are not exactly Super Bowl level teams. But what confidence do I have that this freaking coaching staff is going to turn things around? Can they turn the page with this team and get them ready for a Tennessee team that absolutely gave a game away to the Chicago Bears, is going to be pissed off going into their home opener? Can this defensive line get pressure on a quarterback who has proven when he's pressured, he has no idea what the hell he's doing? And speaking of the defensive line, did anybody have a bigger boner watching this game than Hassan Reddick? Oh my God, he was just watching the game doing this all night long. He sees $30 million coming to him. And you know what, Joe Douglas? Pay it. Pay it. Because he's needed. I can't watch Michael Clemens in the starting role anymore. Takk McKinley, Gracie looked at the preseason, practically invisible. These other kids, I didn't even notice them either. The Niners don't have the best offensive line in football, and they made the Jets defense, their pass rush, look like it wasn't even there. Like it wasn't even there. So to any Jet fan who wanted Reddick cut, who wanted him traded, how you feeling now? How's that working for you? It was a dumb take then, and it's a dumber take now. Yes, I said it. You don't give away. The Jets gave up at least basically a 3rd round pick to get him. Possibly a 2, but it'll likely be a 3. You don't throw away a 3rd round pick for nothing because they need him. Because this defense, my God, I did not expect the defense to be this putrid. And I was actually angry. I was hearing people like Joe Beningo on the radio say the Jets defense is overrated. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You got the best trio of cornerbacks in the league. You got about as good a 1-2 punch at linebacker that you could ever want between the smarts and the physicality. of Mosley and Williams. You got maybe the best defensive tackle in football, and you got a whole bunch of edge rushers. But you know what? He may have been right, because this was as underachieving a defensive performance by the Jets that I can remember in a long time. I'm not going to get freaked out that they're the only AFC East team that lost. Either Buffalo or Miami will lose on Thursday. So that'll be over. But I have a lot of questions about this coaching staff. They better figure this out fast, because if the Jets find a way to lose to Tennessee, the pitchforks will be out. And I'm telling you right now, Robert Saleh, the ice will be getting thinner and thinner by the day, because you have every opportunity to succeed, and you haven't yet proven you can coach as a head coach in the NFL and lead a team to the promised land, or even near the promised land, even getting us in the playoffs. Go out and prove it, because in your first opportunity against your old team with finally a real quarterback, it was an absolute grade of F for every coach on that staff. So I'll see you guys Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Feel free to tune in. We'll have a little bit more fun. Hopefully I'll have more of a voice left. Hopefully I'll be over it. But I want to thank everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. We are on the march to 1,000 subscribers, and I appreciate everybody's support. Everybody, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you right back here with more content from you know where, the Wicker Chair.